She texts at 10:47. Come over. You want to see her, but you know what happens when every boundary disappears the moment attraction appears. So you answer, tonight won't work, Thursday does. She may call that inconvenient. What she often feels is something else. Your interest is real, but it does not own you. Women feel more attraction when men set these 6 boundaries. 1. He does not reward last-minute access with instant availability. It is late. She has been quiet all day, then sends, "What are you doing right now?" He could abandon his plan, rush across town, and call it spontaneity. Instead, he says, "I'm tied up tonight. I can see you Thursday." At first, she may read that as inflexibility. He likes me, so why would he not come? But the timing gives the answer. He is not refusing her because he is offended. He is not disappearing to make her anxious. He offers another day because the interest survived the no. That reveals the hidden motive. He values seeing her, but he does not train himself to be available only when she suddenly wants company. The boundary is not, "You cannot have me." It is, "You cannot have me carelessly." 2. He stops disrespect without turning it into a courtroom. You are with friends when she makes you the punchline for the 3rd time. Everyone laughs. She says, "Relax, I'm joking." He does not sulk for an hour or deliver a speech about respect. He looks at her and says, "Tease me, just not like that." Then he returns to the conversation. The first interpretation may be that he is sensitive, but notice what he did not do. He did not embarrass her back. He did not recruit the room to take his side. He did not punish her after she understood. His motive is not to win the moment. It is to keep contempt from becoming the price of closeness. A man who can name the line calmly feels safer than a man with no line, and steadier than a man who explodes only after it has been crossed 10 times. The first boundary protects his time. The second protects his dignity. The next one reveals whether his life has any shape when attraction enters it. 3. He does not cancel meaningful commitments to prove interest. She gets 2 tickets for Friday and says, "Skip your thing, come with me." His thing is not glamorous. He promised to help his brother move. So he answers, "I want to go. I already gave him my word." Innocently, she may hear priority. If I mattered enough, he would choose me. But this is exactly where attraction and reliability meet. A man who breaks a real promise for the excitement of a new invitation is also showing her what his promises are worth once something more exciting appears. He is not choosing his brother over her. He is choosing to remain the person he said he was. That hidden motive lands later, not immediately. The same man who will not betray an existing commitment for her is less likely to betray a commitment to her. His no is carrying evidence about his future yes. Later, when she is the person counting on him, that Friday decision changes meaning. She is no longer competing with an obligation. She is seeing proof that his word does not become negotiable whenever desire offers him something newer. The first 3 boundaries are easy to admire from a distance. The next 3 matter when emotion, chemistry, or conflict makes respecting them inconvenient. 4. He will not solve a problem she refuses to name. She becomes curt halfway through dinner. He asks once, "Did something happen?" She says, "I'm fine." But the cold atmosphere continues. He could spend the night decoding her, apologizing randomly, or proving that her mood can make him abandon his center. Instead, he says, "I care if something is wrong. I won't guess. Tell me when you're ready." She may initially read that as emotional distance. If he cared, would he not keep trying? The timing answers the question. He asked, remained warm, and left the door open. He stopped only when communication was replaced by a test he could not knowingly pass. His motive is not to win the standoff. It is to keep mind reading from becoming the price of peace. He makes room for her feelings without making himself responsible for an unnamed verdict. 5. He separates desire from immediate physical access. The date is going well. The attraction is obvious. When things accelerate, he slows the moment and says, "I like this. I'm still not rushing it." That can confuse her, especially if she has learned that male desire always tries to collect the fastest possible result. She may wonder whether he is uncertain, inexperienced, or less attracted than he seemed. Then she notices the context. His attention does not cool. He does not become moralistic. He does not make her feel rejected. He simply refuses to let chemistry make every decision for both of them. The hidden motive is restraint, not reluctance. That distinction appears in what happens next. He stays affectionate, keeps the evening warm, and makes another plan. Rejection creates distance after the limit. Restraint keeps the connection intact while changing only the pace. For many women, that changes the emotional texture of attraction. She can feel wanted without feeling processed. His desire has enough strength to include judgment and enough patience to leave tomorrow intact. He is not withholding heat. He is proving the heat is not in charge. The earlier boundaries showed that he can say no to inconvenience, disrespect, broken commitments, and emotional guessing. The last one is harder because it asks whether he can keep a boundary even when keeping it might cost him the woman. 6. He will leave a pattern that repeatedly violates what he values. She apologizes, the same behavior returns, and the cycle begins again. This time he says, "I care about you. I'm not continuing this version of us." No threat, no countdown, no dramatic exit designed to make her run after him. She may initially interpret that as emotional coldness. How can he leave if the feeling is real? But that question contains the answer. The feeling is real, and he still refuses to use it as permission to abandon himself. His motive is not to frighten her into compliance. If change happens only because she fears the next explosion, the boundary is just control wearing respectable language. A real boundary describes what he will participate in, then makes his behavior match it. If she respects the line, he does not keep rehearsing the offense or make her earn her way back indefinitely. The consequence ends when the pattern does. That is how she knows the standard protects a relationship rather than feeding his power inside it. That is why this one can create the deepest attraction and the deepest discomfort. She realizes his interest is chosen, not compulsory. He is with her because the relationship meets something true in him, not because he is unable to walk away. A man with no boundaries can feel available. A man with punishments can feel dangerous. The attractive middle is steadier. He can want a woman warmly, hear no without collapsing, say no without cruelty, and keep his own standards while making room for hers. That is the pattern underneath all 6. The boundary is not a wall around intimacy. It is the structure that lets intimacy feel voluntary on both sides. If you have reached this far, write standards in the comments. If you want the signals women rarely say out loud, I broke down 25 of them in a guide called 25 Forbidden Signals She's Secretly Into You. The link is in the description.